Welcome to Zestful Living with your girl Sweet Tea's morning show. How's everyone doing this morning? Good to see you and good to be seen. And welcome. This is where we build on our self-esteem, our self-confidence, in addition to skill building and also self-discovery. We offer a great bit of information to get us on our way in this Zestful Living with your girl Sweet Tea's morning show. And so we know that the Zestful Living is about a vigorous, intentional living to where we have our intention set for the day, that we know what we want to do for the day, and we begin our day with a positive mindset. Because true enough, having a positive mindset is going to take you far in life and take you further in life. An attitude of gratitude, if you will. We do this each and every morning at 8 a.m. as we move about in this channel and in this format here on Instagram Live. This will also be streaming on the YouTube channel as I get that up and running. I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can click on the link here in the bio and join me on my YouTube. I appreciate it very much. And that way we can have extended conversations as we move about in these spaces. So welcome once again to the Zestful Living with Sweet Tea. I'm here each and every morning to bring you some vigor and some excitement in your beginning of your day, to get you going, to get you prepared for this busyness that we're all finding ourselves in. And so we know that sitting still and journaling and meditating, whatever makes you the most comfortable to begin your day as you pour into yourself. And that's essentially what we're talking about when it comes to putting our needs first. It's not about being selfish. It's about being self-full. As I mentioned before, Reverend Dr. Ariana Lazant says, what goes into the cup is for us, and what goes out of the cup is for everyone else. Hence, my cup runneth over. You're giving from your overflow. And so that's essentially what we want to do in this space, is to help each other along this journey of a healing journey, that we're moving about with intention, that we know why we're moving in this way, because we have set some standards and some goals or a strategic plan of action, that we're taking these steps one step at a time. We're not rushing through life. We're not competing with anyone. We're taking our time to arrive, I should say, exactly where we want to be, because that's the momentum that we're in terms of moving with precision. And when we move with precision, that we know that everything works together for the good of those that love the Lord. The train has arrived. It has arrived and it is here. And we will get you going, because you got to get on board. As mothers, wives, CEOs, and businesswomen, we're always and constantly pouring into others. And so this is what it's all about. The Zestful Living with your girl, Sweet Tea. Interactive game that will help us to be able to write a story as we select our own words, and that we will put together something from there in terms of what we want to create right here in the interactive way of doing it. As it is a new season, it will be the reason for our glow up, because we know that we have been putting in the work necessary to rise above all. And we know that we give from our overflow. We pour into our cup each and every day. What goes in is for us, and what goes out is for everyone else. We give from the overflow. We take this journey. Each step is a step that will concentrate on our glow. We stand firm in our beliefs, and we stand committed to the things that we achieve, because we believe in ourselves and in everything that we do. So we know that we have everything that we need to win this race, because we are walking in our stride and at our own pace. How about that? A little poetry with your girl, Sweet Tea. Expression. How do you express yourself in creative ways? What are some things that you do? So my aim is to provide affirmation, inspiration, and motivation, and I do that on Mondays. And on Tuesdays, I offer the Sip of Tea Tuesday, where I write and read poetry, or I read from my books, or I may even submit some of my artwork. We will come up with the words. I want you to put them in the thread and on the chat here, any word that you come up with, and then we will create our own poem for today. We can do that together in this space. Okay, and if we have anyone available to start, that would be awesome. And if not, we can move along because, again, it works when we are interactive. And so we will do this as the time goes on, as we get more participants. And so tapping into your creativity will help you process emotions to reconnect with your inner self and nurture your soul. So that is what that's all about, is to being able to tap into that area in your life that helps you to be able to express yourself in a lot of different ways when it comes to where you find that peace, because that's essentially what it's all about, having peace of mind and a mind at peace to be able to share your special talents that you have. And you have to be able to tap into that as you discover who you are on this journey of self-discovery. And you'll be able to do that essentially as time goes on. You spend a little more time developing that area of your life, and that you'll find yourself being able to do it easily. You can tap back into the things that you used to do, that you enjoyed, that you perhaps may have put off. And so now you'll have a chance to be able to rediscover what that is. Water fountain drips with teardrops of pain, capturing times of a people sold in chains. This was the site of an auction block, telling the horrific stories when our ancestors were bought. And this was considered a fountain at the Marietta Square. And that's where that came from. It was a historic area in the Marietta Square. That's where they had their auctions. And so welcome, as we are commemorating and remembering our ancestors who have gone before us, as this is Black History Month. And so we know that there were a lot of horrific stories that occurred, and we are riding on the shoulders of those that have had the strength to endure, to be able to have these opportunities that we have on these social media platforms, being able to express ourselves creatively because someone has done the work before us and have paved the way for us. So we give recognition and acknowledgement for our ancestors, and we acknowledge them and their due diligence for the sacrifices that they have made. And we welcome everyone here today on the Zestful Living with Sweet Tea morning show. I'm here to give you your boost of energy to get you started for the day. I love joy. It delights my spirit. It delivers me smiles. It does magic spontaneously. I love joy, and joy loves me wholeheartedly. So we can do these things here that come up for us as we find our creative expression. And that could be found in how you express yourself through art, through your drawings, through poetry, spoken word, or whatever the case. Find that space within you that offers this kind of release and relief to be able to express yourself, because that's very important, and sometimes if you find children who are smaller as they're growing up and they appear to be a little shy, continue to watch and work with them as it comes about to discover where their hidden talents are and how to bring that joy up for them, because we all have our special gifts within us that helps us to be able to express ourselves later as we become adults. And that shyness could very well be a part of them that is reserved. And we don't want to take them away from their natural personality, but we want to be able to watch carefully and see what comes up for them. What are they like that they gravitate towards, and help them to build that. And you'll find that they'll show you the things that they enjoy, and you'll be able to help them cultivate that in a lot of ways so that you can help build their self-esteem. So continue to watch your children when it comes to the things that they may be naturally gifted with, and continue to work with them until you discover and they discover what those hidden gems are. We want to welcome you once again to our February focus, which is the growth and zestful living. This is what we do here as we are addressing our personal growth and skill building, self-discovery, and community engagement. I am a certified spiritual warrior here and a health coach. And we are learning each and every day how to pour into ourselves, because that's essentially what's important for us to be able to give back to our loved ones and give back to the community in service. So we wanted to make sure that we put our needs first. And that's important for us ladies, mothers, wives, and nurturers that are constantly pouring into others, neglecting to pour into ourselves. We have sometimes a feeling of guilt that we have not done anything or done enough for our families and our loved ones. And true enough, we have. And so we want to let us be aware of the choice words that we use when we're creating these poems, and when we're using words for our growth. Words have power if you give them power. It's just a matter of what you take in terms of the meaning of these, what you put emphasis on. And so I want to create a poem with us today, just in this moment of time. And so let me just write as you prepare yourself to join in on the live. Okay. Welcome, everyone. We're just writing some poetry, taking a moment to write some poetry today. And this is what I came up with, just briefly, as we go about our day to get started on the Zestful Living with your girl, Sweet Tea. We're writing poetry for those that are just joining in. Take some time to be able to tap into your creative expression. And so I says, the day is a beautiful moment. We should be grateful as we prepare to own it. Listen to that inner voice, the one with vigor, enthusiasm, and force. Lend a hand to your fellow man. You all, as you're here, to be able to put a word in the chat so that we can come up with our own poetry. And each one of these words, we're going to compose our own poetry, our own poems. And so, yes, if you would like to be able to go ahead and add some words so that we can start building our poem that we're going to write together. Creative expression is a gateway to self-discovery, healing, and emotional release. And so that's what it's all about. It's being able to know that we're discovering something about ourselves. We're discovering that we have a voice. And that voice is a creative expression, and it shows up as poetry in your journaling. It shows up in your music that you create in terms of if you play any instruments. It shows up in your art, whether that's drawing or what have you. So yes, all of these things are giving you emotional release, because too often we hold on to things that no longer serve us. We have it bottled up inside. We have unresolved issues in terms of some relationships, perhaps that you need to forgive someone. Forgive yourself first as you move about to be able to know that you have done nothing wrong. And so you want to be able to be right within yourself. So we have to be accountable for our actions and what we have done in terms of if you're wanting to be able to forgive someone else. Perhaps you have done something that you're not aware of. So you want to be able to address it accordingly so that you can be able to know that you've done everything that you can to make good with that person, perhaps that they feel that you have offended them in any way. So we are being accountable for our actions. When it comes to this healing, we're being accountable in terms of our creative expression as it is related to healing and self-discovery. Also, the important factor of that is emotional release. We're not holding on to anything that is no longer serves us. We're addressing it, and we're being able to move forward in life, because that's what we do in Zestful Living. We move accordingly to our intentions, and we move accordingly to being a good steward in this society, in our families, and in this life, because we know that we have done the work necessary to heal ourselves from any past wounds and any traumas that we have to address and move on from. You journal about it, and that's what we do in the Zestful Life support group that we have. And so we find tools to be able to uncover what it is that we need to let go of in this season and at this new time in life, that we're pouring into ourselves each and every day, affirming ourselves, letting us know that we're doing a great job in terms of moving in this new space of self-discovery. So we're just adding words in our chat so that we can build our poem that we're going to write together. That creative expression also nurtures self-love, because that's a way that we release a lot of the things that we may be holding on to. And so expressing it helps us to be able to know that we are acknowledged and certain that we're putting emphasis on our creative side. Continue to journal within your own private time. And then when you're ready to express yourself in creative ways, then you can share that with your family and your loved ones and your friends that you have on your social media site. Because again, it's a personal development that you're doing in terms of nurturing that and giving yourself that self-love that you need. You're pouring into yourself in a creative way that helps you to be able to release anything that you need to be able to move forward in life. You're no longer holding on to it. And that's something that is good for you. And that's what Zestful Living is all about. It's about showing up each and every day to put our best foot forward and to move through life with intention. And that's what we're talking about today. So welcome everyone to Zestful Living with Sweet Tea. And I appreciate you all for being here with me today as we move about. My aim is to provide affirmation, inspiration, and motivation. We do that every Monday on my social media platform. And on Tuesdays, I offer the sip of tea, which is from my poetry. In addition to, I may read from the book, or I may offer you some of my artwork. And on Wednesdays, we do the What You Not Gonna Do Wednesday. I have brought the segment that normally I would have someone to come on the live and we would help them untie anything that has them tied in knots, any situation that they may be going through. We're going to do that here on our morning show. So we're learning about rediscovering our passion and purpose. We're learning about putting our needs first. We're learning about living a zestful life, which is about enthusiasm, vigor, and excitement about the things that we are finding that we enjoy. And that's essentially what it's all about. Because once again, I started modeling when I was 16 in Los Angeles, California. And I also helped to raise my family in my 20s, and to where I put everything that I wanted to do, all of my dreams and desires, on the back burner because I put my family first, which a lot of mothers do in terms of the priority that we put in our lives. And I was diagnosed with lupus in 1999. I vowed that I have lupus. Lupus does not have me. So I continue to move forward. And this is why I created the Lady Academy Workshop and the Zest for Life Social Club and Support Group, to help women, mothers, wives, nurturers, and empty nesters over 35 to rediscover their zest for life. We have our bi-weekly Zoom calls that we do to help restore each other and to be able to hold space for women so that we can support them. We hold them accountable for the things that they want to do. And so that's what we do. We pour into them. We give them exercises for healing, self-love, and self-discovery. And we also have our meetups. All of our February meetups are all booked, ready to go. And this is going to help them pour into their hobbies, in a lot of their interests, femininity, and self-discovery. You could be a part of this as well. You can click on the link that is in the bio. Then you would also have a guided journal that we have in the Lady Academy workshop that you will receive, and you will learn how to have confidence and how to tap into your femininity and self-love. And through this guided journal, the interactive journal on becoming a lady, as I pointed out earlier, you would be able to find a lot of great gems as you do the work in this interactive journal. And so we're excited for you to join us. This is a community that we have, a private Facebook page, and that we're doing a lot of great things together in this way, that we are helping to pour into ourselves again. Because as empty nesters, we know that when the children go off to college and they move out on their own, you find yourself as a mother, empty nester, father, what have you, in a space of discovering who you are and what it is that you want to do in life. And when you join this community, the Zest for Life Social Club and Support Group and the Lady Academy workshop, you'll discover those hidden gems that you have within you that you will be able to reignite and rediscover. And that's what it's all about, rediscovering our zest for life. So welcome everyone to Zestful Living with your girl, Sweet Tea. I'm so happy that you joined me today. We're having some poetry time that we're doing, being able to write something today together as we put the words in our chat. Welcome everyone. I hope you're living in a zestful way, that you're finding your purpose in life, and that you're enjoying yourself as you give yourself grace and the credit for showing up for yourself. So rise and shine. Rise each day with the vigor in your spirit to know that you're tackling the day with your own pace. You're not competing with anyone. You're making these moves intentionally so that you can become your very best self. And that's essentially what we're doing today here with the Sweet Tea, Zestful Living with your girl, Sweet Tea. I'm excited for you. I have taken on a lot of great things for myself when it comes to some of the things that I've taken on, some of the acting that I'm involved in. So some great things coming up and all lined up. We have some participants in our poetry writing. And so I wrote the words gratitude and determination. And there's also words that were written as zest, peace, love, and grace. So we're going to combine those words in a poem that we're going to do. And I want you to tell me what you came up with these particular words. So we have gratitude, we have determination, we have zest, peace, love, and grace. So we're going to take 5 minutes or so to write a poem using those words. That's gratitude, determination, zest, peace, love, and grace. It'll take 5 minutes to do this. Okay, I think I've got mines. So we have gratitude, determination, zest, peace, love, and grace. So I says here, an attitude of gratitude is the best way to move forward in life. It offers peace within and love to share. We walk boldly with grace and determination to become our very best. The results are healthy living and zest. Awesome, awesome words. We're going to see what everyone else has to say when you put that in the thread. Once again, welcome to everyone that is joining here in the Zestful Living with Your Girl Sweet Tea. We're doing some interactive poetry. I've written some words that our viewers have shared with us as well, so that we can put together our own poem. Share your poem today as you write it and put it in our chat, in our comment thread here. We're doing poetry for the soul, as we know that sharing our poetry is about expressing ourselves creatively as it nurtures self-love. And so we're learning how to be able to be accountable for ourselves and giving ourselves grace in this journey, that self-discovery and self-love. We're taking our time and we're moving with grace. And these are some very good words that we have come up with today. Some very good words when we're talking about gratitude. That's being grateful for everything that you have around you and having a sense of gratefulness and gratitude. Start your day in a very positive way. And we're talking about peace. We're talking about peace of mind, a mind of peace, a mind at peace, and being able to be centered and grounded in that space of peace, because anything else that's chaotic and causing a lot of havoc around you, because you are at peace or in a peaceful state of mind, it doesn't affect you in a lot of ways in terms of reacting to some of these things that are going on around you. And love, of course, we know that this is a season of love, that everyone acknowledges the season of love as it is, that we pour into other people, we show them and shower them with love in a lot of different ways. Our families, our friends, our significant others, that special person in our lives that we show love in a lot of ways. We want to also give ourselves some self-love as well and make sure that we acknowledge who we are and what we need in life. And that's what it's all about as well. In this space, at this time, and in this present moment, that we're pouring into ourselves, we're giving ourselves the credit, and we're taking our time and moving at our own pace in life. We're not rushing through anything in terms of this busy pace that goes on each and every day. So welcome to Zestful Living with Your Girl Sweet Tea morning show. This is something I will be bringing you each and every morning at 8 a.m. We're getting up bright and early, rise and shine as we go through our day and get started on our way. So we're just going over some of these choice words that we use today. Asha, I appreciate you using some of these, sharing some of these words with us. Another word that we have is grace. And we know that grace is about having the ability to give ourselves that intimate forgiveness. And it's about a passion to know that we're not perfect, so we can give ourselves some kindness. And grace to me is about having an apologetic spirit when it comes to knowing that no one is perfect and that you can give them grace. You can give them a second chance. To me, that's what grace is. And determination, we know that you move in your own pace and you move at a place where you're constantly moving toward achieving that goal. You're determined. You have determination. Nothing will stop you. You're unstoppable. And zest, we know, is vigor and enthusiasm for everything that you do in life, that you are excited about the challenges and you take them on head on. So we have Asha that provided her words that we use today in her poem. And she says, I have determination to do my very best. The life I live will be full of zest. I give myself grace for the moments I'm unkind, because I'm prioritizing a peace of mind. I give gratitude to my Creator above for the life I have and the unconditional love. That is awesome. I love that. I think I'm going to read it again. Thank you, Asha. This is really beautiful. I have determination to do my very best. The life I live will be full of zest. I give myself grace for the moments I'm unkind, because I'm prioritizing a peace of mind. I give gratitude to my Creator above for the life I have and the unconditional love. Amazing and awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, and we appreciate it very much here in the Zestful Living with Your Girl Sweet Tea. We have interactive poetry that we did today. We wrote some words, and please, as you see this, go ahead and write your poetry with the words that we used, and be certain to share it. And we're going to affirm ourselves today. I want you to repeat after me. My words matter. My voice is powerful. My creativity is sacred. Let's say that again. My words matter. My voice is powerful. My creativity is sacred. And what we did today in today's poetry session reveals to you about your own soul. And I want you to be able to journal on what you learned for today, be able to reflect on it, and to be able to journal about what it is that came up for you in your poetry reading and your poetry writing, and some of the things that you did in this exercise. And that's what we do. We pour into ourselves, we give ourselves grace, and we are in this journey together of self-discovery as we move about each and every day. I want to thank you all for joining the Zestful Living with Your Girl Sweet Tea. This is the rise and shine that we do each and every morning at 8 a.m. And we give ourselves credit. We take our time. We move at our own pace. Thank you all so much for joining me today, as this is the Zestful Living with Your Girl Sweet Tea. I will be back on the morning show here bright and early tomorrow at 8 a.m. And I will be certain to bring you some lot of great jewels that you can use in your day. And I want you to take away with you that you are the best, because there's no one else like you. You have the zest within you to discover the things that you need to make your life better for yourself, your family, your community. And that way you will be able to give from your overflow. Take this on your journey of self-discovery. Give yourself some grace today. Show up for yourself today in the very best way that you can. You have the tools within you. Show up and rise and shine. This is the Zestful Living with Your Girl Sweet Tea morning show. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Asha.